That father saw our story on Facebook and realized the accused doctor is the same pediatrician who had been treating his son in Canada.
This has been something that has majorly affected my life for the past year. It's been really, really hard.
But this young woman may be one step closer to justice. The 22-year-old is one of 3 former employees of Dr. Mosely, who owns Summit Urgent Care in Macomb Township and worked as a pediatrician. As Fox 2 first reported, they claim he used his power and position to force sexual acts on the women and then tried to pay them to keep quiet.
When we were closing down for the day, I looked in my purse and there was a $100 bill in there, and he put his finger up to his mouth like this and was like, shh.
According to the police report and recently filed lawsuit, the women reported the alleged sex assaults in January of 2021. When investigators with the Macomb County Sheriff's Office attempted to question Dr. Mosely, he took off. It was believed he fled to his native country, Syria, by way of Canada. But it appears he never left Canada and never stopped working. Last week, a man in Canada happened to see our story about Dr. Mosely online and recognized him right away. Turns out Dr. Mosely was his son's current pediatrician. He called police, who arrested Mosely, and plans to have him extradited back to Macomb County, where he will finally face the criminal charges filed against him and then some. The former employee who doubted the doctor would ever be caught responded with this: "I have a lot of mixed emotions about it still. I'm really happy I now get to see justice get served, but at the same time it gives me a pit in my stomach because I know I'll now have to see him in court. Overall, it's a positive step, and we'll just have to move forward and see how everything turns out."
A detective with the Macomb County Sheriff's Office is the one who alerted the woman that Mosely had finally been caught. They are still waiting for him to be extradited back to Michigan. Monica?
Well, Taryn, on top of the criminal charges, there is also a civil lawsuit. Where does that stand?
Well, before attorney Jonathan Marco says with Dr. Mosely being a fugitive, they could only go after Summit Urgent Care, which he owned. But now that's expected to change. The women all along looking for some accountability, justice, and of course, to make sure this doesn't happen to anyone else.
All right, we know you'll stay on the case. Thanks, Taryn.